After Iran's unprecedented missile assault on Israel horrified the world, Labour leader Keir Starmer was yesterday swift in his condemnation of the attack.
There can be no doubt that the attack perpetrated by Iranian forces this weekend has left the world a more dangerous place. It targeted innocent civilians with a...
Yeah, but it seems Labour's rabble of boisterous backbenchers didn't quite get the message.
Very real, tens of thousands of deaths and casualties Israel's military attacks and imposed famine conditions have caused in Gaza are drivers of regional instability.
Will the Prime Minister confirm, with the death of those 3 UK charity workers working for World Central Kitchen, has he received a written apology from the Prime Minister of Israel?
Well, those pathetic performances prompted the Daily Mail's parliamentary sketch writer to write, "We can guess who plenty of Labour MPs would cheer in an Israel-Iran penalty shootout." Well, I'm very pleased to say I'm joined now by the man behind that headline. It's Quentin Letts himself. Quentin, great stuff. Look, is this what we can expect under a Labour government?
Well, hang on, I haven't had the election yet, but, you know, sometimes you go to a smart Italian restaurant, I'm sure you do, Patrick, and in the foyer, it's all very calm. There's Vivaldi music playing, the maitre d' is very calm and charming. But behind, in the kitchen, it's absolute chaos and the chefs are all trying to kill each other. And that's very much the feeling of the Labour Party at the moment in Parliament. The front bench, Keir Starmer is, you know, Mr. Reasonable, I'm Mr. Moderate. But behind him, all the natives are jumping up and down and baring their chests, beating their chests. It's almost sort of Potemkin moderation by the Labour Party at the moment in Parliament, and that was very much the feeling yesterday.
Well, you know, can you answer your own question for us here on GBNews? You know, how many Labour MPs do you think would be cheering Iran over Israel in a penalty shootout?
Quite a lot of them. And you saw some of them there. You heard Beth Winter from Kynan Valley. There's a man called Mohammed Yassin from Bedford who wanted us no longer to export arms to Israel. Hang on, this is our ally, Israel, that has just taken 300 drone attacks in one night. Richard Burgon, Kim Johnson. You also saw Matt Weston from Leamington Spa there. I mean, there was an awful lot of them who were just itching with anti-Israel feeling. And therefore you have to ask that if Sir Keir Starmer did become Prime Minister, would he be able to get his way, or would he be pushed around the place like a supermarket trolley by the Labour movement? And I think there's a very strong suspicion that the latter would be the case.
Do you think that there's a possibility that if Keir Starmer does become our Prime Minister in a matter of months and the Middle East does not calm down, which it shows no signs of doing, that he may well end up relying on Tories on the other side of the chamber to get through things that he wants to get through in terms of policy?
Well, it depends if there are any Tories. If you listen to the opinion polls, it doesn't sound like there are going to be many of them. But the political reality of this, the electoral reality, the parliamentary reality, is that a party leader, a prime minister, is the creature of the backbenches and has to do what the party's MPs really want in the end. There's a limit to how much moderation that Sir Keir Starmer is going to get away with if he becomes Prime Minister. If
we have a Labour government then, is it as black and white as to say we would have a Middle East backing government, i.e. a more Iranian backing government, a more sympathetic to Iran government? It would essentially be bad news for Israel and, dare I say it, Israeli supporting Jews in Britain. Oh, I think we've lost it. We'll never know, will we? Anyway, it's about time anyway. Quentin Letts there, thank you very much. Daily Mail's parliamentary sketch writer Quentin Letts.